But for today, I wanted to talk because last night I had a call with a client, and this woman was like, Chelsea, how do I find forgiveness? Like, what steps do I take? What do I do to find forgiveness, to kind of let go of the past and everything that had happened? And that is definitely a very personal thing. You can only really find forgiveness when you're ready to. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you are giving a million chances or you're letting things just be okay or somebody walk on you. It's nothing like that, but it's definitely not letting down your protection, but it's letting go of the anger and letting go of the resentment and the pain we carry from actions other people did. Hey, beautiful. Thank you for being here. Yeah, if you're tuning in, let me hear in the comments who's here. Let me see who is here. And do you feel like you have found a lot of forgiveness, or you are interested and want to find more forgiveness? There's forgiveness for others and forgiveness for ourselves. That really matters. Self-forgiveness was the part that I didn't understand or do enough of. And once I dug into that and was like, whoa, I really have to let go of my old identities, and death to old identity is a lot on what I share about. But with that comes forgiving yourself. And to love ourselves, we have to forgive ourselves for when we didn't honor ourselves, when we didn't listen to ourselves, for what we used to allow, when we didn't stand in our power. There's a lot of self-forgiveness that we have to find, and a lot of forgiveness with others, and the pain and the stories and the things that have happened in the past, whether it's forgiveness of your parents for maybe not giving you everything you needed, and learning to understand that they also did the best they could, right? But that also comes with some inner work. You have to do more work than just saying that, oh, well, they did the best they can. Well, you have to still process it, feel it, go through some inner child healing for sure. But I want to talk about forgiveness and some steps that I think can happen. So if you have a journal, you might want to write this down, or just reflect on this. So the first thing, whether it's right after an instance, or if there's something from your past that keeps self-sabotaging you or keeps coming up, and you need to work on and heal it, the first step would be to kind of take a break from thinking about it. Take yourself back from it and allow yourself the space to set it down and get back to you. Get back to your hobbies and your habits and the things that strengthen you and help you feel better. So the first thing is creating some space, whether it's from that person, that situation, whatever has happened, and then giving yourself the time to figure out and create habits and things that strengthen and make you feel better. That could look like more morning routines, journaling practices, reading a self-improvement book. There's many different things we can do, but we have to start building ourselves up and strengthening ourselves so that we can stick to what we're learning and allowing forgiveness. So that's the first thing. The second one would be to continue to not focus on it, to keep that space, have patience, because, time heals, time definitely helps, but keeping that distance, not continuing to talk about it. We get a high from gossiping and sharing with other people. We get this feeling of, this satisfaction when we talk about the drama in our life, and like girls gossiping, the boy drama, I've done that plenty, but that we get a high out of that. So not letting yourself relive that story and replay it and keep continuing to talk about it, but keeping that space and distance, having patience, and refraining from wanting punishment. Refrain from the resentment. Hold yourself back from thinking ill against them or wishing bad things towards them, because that's not doing any good. And then it is conscious forgetting. Around this is about letting yourself just move this to the background a little bit. It's not just shoving it down and hiding it, but not letting it be the main thing you're focusing on and giving your attention to. Because when you continue to give attention, continue to focus on it, that only makes it bigger and worse. So allow yourself to let it go a little bit, layer by layer. And then you can choose. It's up to you. You decide when you're ready to really forgive and what ritual or ceremony can help leave it behind. But when we bring sacredness back to our life, when we do more intentions like setting intention for how you want your day to go, how you want your week to go, how you want work to go. Setting the intention for, all right, I'm ready to leave this here and now, giving it to the earth, letting the earth taking it from you. Yes, sister, where energy goes, energy flows. So when we focus on something, you either make it bigger, or if you can focus on other things, you make that bigger. So if you're focusing on yourself, on your habits and things that make you feel happy and better, that's going to strengthen your willpower and your truth so that it doesn't weigh you down so much. But you get to decide when you're going to forgive, what layer you need most, and then create a ceremony around it, a ritual, a releasing and letting it go, shaking, dancing it off, writing it out, doing a big thing around, I'm ready to release this and let this go. And you may have to do it many times. You may have to go back to it. I have done so many releasing ceremonies, and I still continue to. There's few people and instances that keep coming up, and they're still layer by layer that I have to let go of. And that's okay. It's a process. It's not one and done. So remember, forgiveness is not one and done. It's a process. You can't just say you do. You have to actually do the work, create the space, and build yourself up enough so that you can fully forgive. And then create a new environment. Create space around you, new people, new sacred space. Like, I'm in my room right now and I have plants, and like my space everywhere I am is amazing, and I love it. I love being in my space, and we need to create that environment so that we can change and do our thing and strengthen ourselves. So just to go over before I finish, of finding forgiveness, you get to choose who, what, when you can forgive, and it comes in layers, and you have to continue to do it. And it starts by giving yourself space to back up, to create the habits and focus on yourself and build your inner strength, and then to continue to have patience and stay away a little bit and refrain from needing punishment or to wish ill will on them. But conscious forgetting, letting yourself like put it to the background more and focus more on yourself, what you want, what kind of relationships you want, what kind of communication, what can you focus on that's for the better versus letting this hold you down and weigh you down. It is time to forgive the past and know that these people who hurt us are hurting. It's not justifying or saying it's okay, but we're not going to carry that pain anymore. We're not going to keep being angry and sad and let it weigh us down and affect our present. We get to choose now what we're going to live for, what we're going to do, and we can do better and strengthen ourselves and make ourselves happy. By not forgiving or not forgetting the past or letting go of it, processing it, it's only weighing us down and affecting us in the present, and that's not helping anybody. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to keep popping on here and sharing some wisdom with you and